What's up, boys and girls? It's your boy Jack Slack. The prelims are just beginning. And they're in Kansas City, home of Invicta Fights, which I mentioned a few weeks ago as a city that I didn't really know existed. And a lot of people got offended because it's like the fourth largest city in the US, apparently. The way it's going to go down tonight is I don't even know these are going to be released, let's be honest. I'm just going to record my alternate commentary over the fights as they happen, and we'll see if it's worth keeping. According to the schedule, the first fight we're going to be watching is Tim Elliott versus Louis Smolka. Both boys. And once they're done pattering about how much I could save on Geico, if I lived in America, we'll get right into it. Missouri Athletic Commission has not adopted the new unified rules of MMA, which means no confusion if anyone decides to fuck around with their hands on the mat. Guys are coming to the ring at the moment. I'm actually honestly kind of missing the ridiculous graphic that they used to put up in the old days where it'd say... well, the famous one was Vitor Belfort, no known weaknesses. Just bullshit like that. 3 stoppages in first round when connecting more than 70% of strikes or some shit. Yeah, it's kind of bland now. Like a lot of the UFC. They want stars, but they want everyone in the same colour shorts. Well, actually, no, colour shorts is not a big deal. You can wear other colour shorts if you want, if you're from another country. But you can only have your country shorts. Unless you're Josh Barnett, for some reason he was able to get red shorts, even though the US shorts are blue. Hey, fit referee lass, wiping down Louis Smolka's brow. Casual sexism. And Mario Yamasaki copping a feel. Smolka's 25, Elliott's 30. Smolka's taller, not unusual in the flyweight division. And got the reach, yeah. But then Tim Elliott's striking game is not a traditional one. It's not really, victim to the rules that we usually associate with striking, because he's going to spin and back fist and side kick and do all sorts of crazy bollocks, and he's going to do it all walking forwards. Yada yada yada, we're introducing the fighters. I'll edit this out. And we're off. Touch of gloves. And Elliott's already walking forward. Oh, and he's got the takedown already. I was going to say he's already walking forwards and kicking him in the calf. Smolka's pushed him back to guard. This is really where I expect the fight to play out, because Smolka's not a particularly strong wrestler. Elliott is. Neither man particularly strong on the... Oh, Elliott's already working on a guillotine from the top of half guard. Smolka's fighting the hands off well. Yeah, this is what I'd expect, really, how Smolka's guard plays off against Elliott's top game, and if Smolka can get on top of him via scramble or sweep rather than a takedown. Still working on this guillotine. Doesn't really have it anymore. Oh, no, he's moved back and he's attacking again. And we're in side control. No, Smolka's already getting up. Excellent work by Smolka getting up. Oh, and Elliott's working away with the knees and elbows. That's good. That's what I like. Elliott's the sort of guy who works at such a pace that if he were able to dirty box more, I think he could really benefit from it and start picking up some stoppages with strikes. Back into a clinch along the fence. Elliott's going wild with strikes, slappy punches. Oh! Beautiful trip by Smolka, and already Elliott's coming up on his back, but he's hitting the switch. Oh, now Elliott's on his back again and they're standing. God, that's a good sequence. Smolka threatening the Kimura Sakuraba style along the fence. And Elliott dumps into his back, tries to hop over guard, doesn't really work out. And we're back in the half guard again, and Smolka's working on a Kimura. Elliott doesn't seem that bothered because he's wailing away with punches to the kidney. Punches to the kidney, massively underrated tool. If you watched Hendricks versus Lawler 2, Hendricks is working on a takedown, laming it out along the fence, and Lawler just starts dropping elbows to his kidney, and you can see Hendricks' demeanour change entirely. The old kidney punch in boxing was valued and illegal for a reason. Back on the feet, and immediately another take. Jesus Christ, these takedowns. Oh, looked like a reversal from the guillotine. The guillotine is underrated as a sweep, to be honest, because you can make a guy turn his back to the floor to relieve pressure, and also if you're crumpling the head well and you're using the knee, you can hit sweeps from it if you're attacking strongly enough. Oh, beautiful Granby by Smolka, and Elliott follows him. Oh, that just reminds me of Phil Davis versus Manny Newton, the big homie. He Granby'd, and it was a weird technique that could catch out another less accomplished wrestler, but Davis just stayed to him. Back up to the feet again. A-knee, yeah, I would love to see Elliott more active with these strikes, but this is a grueling pace that they're working at now. Smolka with a front kick to the face attempted. Even in that one knockout that he got with the side kick to the... Oh, bloody hell, another takedown. Even the one knockout he got with the... And he's working the switch again. Oh, he's trucking him. Oh, beautiful back take. Lovely. And someone has dropped either a tooth or some gum. That's bizarre. Oh, and Elliott's out and on top again. Yeah, even in the one knockout win that everyone remembers, Smolka getting that side kick to the face, he's getting beat up pretty badly up to that point. Elliott works to the fence. We're in another clinch. He's hitting consistently, and that's sort of one of the criticisms that I've had of Elliott. He has this incredible pace, but the strikes are, they're not overwhelming anyone. They're just annoying, and they aid the takedowns, but they aren't really doing damage. Oh, we got a cut above the temple. Looks like an elbow's opened it up. Not the worst place to really get a cut. Ideally, cuts are the sort of thing that if you're aiming for them, like with an elbow or a headbutt, if you're that sort of cheeky fucker. Oh, Smolka's on top now. If you're aiming for a cut, the best place to get them is almost the places you wouldn't want to punch. The forehead. Anything that's going to trickle down into the eyes. Those are the ones that will cause a doctor to stop the fight if it gets really bad, but those are also the ones that are going to blind the guy with his own blood, and that's the main value of a cut in a fight. Smolka's in mount, and he's working away, but he's only got seconds to do it, and Elliott's out the back door. And a front kick, nice. And a jumping back kick from Elliott, and he concedes his back, and a pat on the arse as they go back to their corners. This is heating up. I'm enjoying this. Every time we have an event, I'm saying put the fucking flyweights on the main card. I almost guarantee no one's going to give a shit when we get to DJ versus Hayes. Even though this whole marketing campaign's been in progress, making him out to be the greatest fighter who ever lived. I think nobody's going to care because nobody cares about Wilson Hayes. They know nothing about Wilson Hayes because no one's told them anything about Wilson Hayes. Anything interesting going on in the corners? Smolka's coaches want him to consolidate position, settle, they said. I presume that's because he was working for the mount and lost it almost immediately. But he did get it very late in the round. Elliott's corner seemed to be calling for more knees and elbows on the breaks and things like that. More activity. Though asking Tim Elliott for more activity is a hard task. The guy works at overdrive 100% of the time. Oh, we're getting the replay of the cut. Yeah, just a short elbow. One of them Vorpal elbows, snicker snack. Just a really short one. Didn't look like much of anything, but cut him open. Second round started. Calf kick again from Tim Elliott. Stance switches, weird leaning left hook. His striking's so ugly. That takedown is lush, though. Oh, Smolka's got the guillotine. Rolls him over. He's coming up on top. And he's in Elliott's guard. Elliott's working up on an underhook. Smolka's back on the guillotine. I mean, this is the story of the fight so far from both men. Underhook from the bottom of the half guard, guillotine from the top of it. And those just play off against each other wonderfully. I was watching Neil Melanson's new DVD set the other day. Brilliant stuff, all from like crushing the half guard. And a half guard, especially in MMA, it's one of those positions that could be a great position for either man, because most of the sweeping options, no gi, are from the half guard, and obviously from half guard top you got the man trapped, but you're not in that much danger of being submitted, so you can sit on his leg and start hitting him more. Advertising a new series of to sell a fight or whatever it is. Oh, Elliott's on his back and working for a rear naked choke with the arm in, like Tito Ortiz on that talk show host back in the day. Not going to work, but coming up to the turtle. Oh, he's going to try and crucifix him. Oh, we got Barrett Yoshida position here with the weird leg caught in, and he's working to get that arm trapped. And hey, he's got the arm trapped. If he can get his own ankle under his other knee, he can get into the Barrett Yoshida crucifix with the leg trapped. Oh no, he's coming up on mount. God, that's gorgeous. But Smolka's rolling out into belly down ankle lock. He was using this against Patrick Houlihan to come up on top of him. Man, that looks pretty harsh, and Elliott doesn't seem bothered at all. Like it. Oh, and he's come up on top. Nice. Oh, Elliott just rolls almost into a crucifix, but then comes up on top. God, this fight's good. And the crowd seem to be enjoying... Oh, beautiful guard pass. The crowd seem to be enjoying it, and that is really encouraging. You know, these are people who... We get angry about people booing fights with a lot of grappling, but these guys seem to actually care. Because there's been a dozen submission attempts from either man, and it's been cheers for everything. Back on the feet, both looking a little bit slow. I mean, if you're Smolka, you know Elliott's going to be ducking in on that lead leg eventually. He's been hitting that double leg with the head, taking them down to the head side, which is always interesting to see. Oh, another gorgeous takedown. But he's in the guard proper now. Oh, Smolka's throwing up an omoplata, but it's not working. We're looking for a sort of go-go plata. Yeah, it's not happening. Looks like we're going to head back to the... back to the half-guard struggle. Smolka's working on the guillotine, and Elliott's sitting there and recovering his breath, which, you know, you would need to. Folks are always asking why I hate heavyweights so much, and I say that they don't turn up in shape to do 3 rounds, and I think that's their job. But I think if you're fighting at this pace, it's a lot more understandable if you get tired. Oh, nice sweep! Sweep attempt from Smolka with the guillotine again, but got halfway there, and Elliott came back up and used it to pass the guard. That's something you'll see... Von Flue choke, maybe. That's something you'll see guys like... old school guys like Pedro Sawyer talk about a bit. If you're in the top position and then you roll to your back and use the momentum to come up again into a better position. Sawyer uses that a lot from Sauer, whatever his name is. Jack Bauer, no, he uses that a lot to go from side control, rock to his back, and then come up into the mount. And Frank Mir used to, when he gets the Kimura from half guard, he'll roll over and then use the Kimura to sweep so that he's on side control top like he did to Big Nog. Oh, guillotine from mount by Elliott. This is looking... Smolka's looking chill, but that I would be very worried about that. Smolka working back to quarter guard, but it's always in these positions. Oh, Elliott's punching under his own leg. What a fucking legend. In these sort of positions, it's always like, is it worth going for that quarter guard or holding on to that quarter guard? Is it preventing you from escaping the choke? He's trying... Oh! At the bell, he was trying to darce him with his leg in. That's just ludicrous. But then you're starting to see a lot more cradles in MMA anyway. Just because it's a powerful position to tire people out. And I think particularly Josh Barnett versus Dean Lister was one that helped cement that idea. Dean Lister hadn't been submitted in, 16 years? And Barnett just didn't work on trying to pick up single submissions at a time. He just ground on him, rode him for 20 minutes, and there was cradles and knee rides and all sorts. And eventually Lister basically tapped to a chest compressor. I don't think if Josh Barnett just hopped on a chest compressor that would make Dean Lister tap. It was an aggregate performance. It was all the rides, all the cradles, just exhausting this guy, and then finally that was the straw that broke the camel's back. Didn't listen to any of the corners there. What we get a replay of? A cuddle. It's stuck. They're going to play it. Hey, they've shelled out for what is it, Telestrata? The arrows that you draw on the thing that I would love to have for my Vice series that is not happening at the moment. They're showing how Smolka keeps getting up to his knees. Smolka's escapes have been very impressive this fight, you know. Nice front kick from Elliott. Off on the third round. That little calf kick inside, he keeps knocking Smolka's legs out with it, breaking his stance but not doing anything to follow it up. If he had a nice overhand or something he could chuck after that, or just a right straight, that'd be great. Both men on the feet, but both very tired. Smolka, nice body shot with the left hand. Smolka's a boy. He says nice things about me, so I like him. Oh, gorgeous takedown. Smolka was showing good balance, letting his leg go up all over the place as Elliott tried to finish it, but just too strong and too technical. Oh, full Nelson. Oh, he's trying to roll him under with a full... This is what they call a Princeton bar, where you try and you neck crank the guy on the back of his own neck by putting it into the floor and putting his weight on top of it. That would be a first if he pulled that off. Nice elbows on the break. And we're back on the feet. Just teach Elliott to box or throw a right hand, you know. He keeps changing stances and only throwing like flicking jabs with whichever hand's in front. If he had some power punches to back this up, he'd be so much more dangerous. Because he lands a lot, you know. He lands a lot of this flicking stuff. And this is the stuff that, for a better striker, would hide the big punches. Hey, nice drop shift left to the belly, straight into the takedown. Loved it. Smolka's already working his way up on the leg. And he's standing in a cradle and he tries to drag out to the back. Peek out, and oh, another neck crank coming. He's got him in a stockade. Old school catch stuff here. God, Smolka's flexible. Oh, just pops his head out. I mean, that's the advantage of that happening in the third round. They're both sweaty as fuck. Oh, nice. Almost a rollover. Comes up, limp legs out. Beautiful. This is a crackerjack fight. I don't understand how they're still going. The pace has been ridiculous, and they've both been fighting off chokes for the best part of 15 minutes. Oh, he stopped the take. Oh, he stopped the takedown, and then he got hit with a beautiful Haragoshi straight into mount. God damn, Elliott's good. And Smolka's going to try and walk out, roll over his back to that ankle lock again. My old friend Ollie Geddes would love that. Ooh, figure four mount. God, you don't see that. See, Elliott's dropping elbows, but he's not getting inside the goalposts. The Smolka's elbows are up, and he's just connecting on the forearms and elbows. Oh, there we go. Pulled his arm away from his face and then elbowed him. But then anytime you can get a guy's hands and elbows away from him from the mount, you know, you could be working for a submission. This is Eddie Bravo's pet hate. Guys getting mount and they're not confident enough to advance and go for like an arm bar or an arm triangle or something. They'll just sit there and grind and throw wild shots. It's a double-edged sword. Oh, there we go. There's a sweep. Or a reversal, rather. It's a double-edged sword because if you do... Oh, it's going for the DAS. Smolka's going for a DAS and it looks legit. Yeah, but if you sit on top position and don't do anything for most of the round, you know, you probably won't get the submission, but it is worth holding mount for as long as you can and then attempting a submission in like the last minute where if you end up on your back, it's not going to cost you the round or the fight. Hey, Elliott's out and he's trying to roll under with the arm. Hey, he was going for the old big nog sweep there. Oh! Smolka just... Well, it was a bit of a rubbish suplex, but he did drop Elliott right on his head. That's the sort of connection that's going to wobble you up, even if it didn't look very hard. It's your whole weight landing on your head. Still seems with it, though. They're both going at it. Looking for a crucifix is Smolka, and Elliott's out the back door. Oh, God. This is... I picked the worst fight ever to try and do an alternate commentary for, because there's so much fucking happening. We're back to the front headlock now from Elliott. And Smolka, posting the hand on the floor, gets up. If you like that sort of stuff, Ryan Hall's open elbow set is absolutely fantastic. Oh, there we go, an overhand from Smolka, from Elliott, right into the takedown and the folding guard pass. Lovely. And Smolka's already up. God, Smolka can get to his knees from anywhere. I think if we're going to decision, we've got 10 seconds left. I'm thinking, oh, head kick almost. I'm thinking Elliott gets this on the takedowns and the top time, but Tonnen style get it. Oh, north-south choke? No, not enough time, but it looked like he was under there. I think if we're going to decision, probably Smolka's on the losing end of that one, which would be sad because he's lost a couple lately, and he's one of the most exciting flyweights in the world. If you wanted people to care about flyweights, put Lewis Smolka on a main card. I can't think of a boring fight the guy's been in. He was in the only non-title flyweight fight to main event a show, which was by accident. That was that awful Dublin card. And it was just a case of all the other fights dropping out. And then finally Holohan versus Smolka was put into the main event. And they had, what was it, a couple of rounds? Maybe it might have been in one round. I can't remember what it was. But it was just back and forth grappling. And it was one of the most technical and exciting fights I've seen ever. I'd put it in my top 50, definitely.